Hello, my 7th grade folks, and welcome back to our last art lesson of the year. So, next week we are going to do something a little more written, and this will be our last project for a grade for the year. I'll see you next year because I know I'll have you for 8th grade. So, what we're going to do today is based off of a project I found while perusing the internet, and we are going to take a popular character and stretch it in a certain way when we draw it. Now, for this project, we're going to be folding a piece of paper and then drawing a cartoon or very simple character of your choice on that paper. Now, I chose a certain yellow sponge that maybe everybody knows for this video. But of course, I couldn't just choose a normal picture. I chose this one. Now I'm going to go ahead and show you what we need to do to get this project. And before we start, I just want you to be aware of the folding. Now when I talk about folding this paper, remember that you have to fold it in a certain way or it just isn't going to work. And I'd hate for you to have a drawing that you spent a lot of time doing that just didn't turn out. So please follow those directions very carefully. All right, let's get started. Okay, so first of all, let's get our materials. So we need a pencil, a piece of paper, a Sharpie, and something to color with. So we don't need a whole lot for this project, keeping it really simple. So our first step here is to fold up our paper. Now I'm going to start at the corner and I'm going to make some diagonal folds. You could fold straight up and down if you like, but I think these slightly off-center folds here make it a little better. Now you'll see that I've gone ahead and I've folded back over right there. So that little triangle that I'm pointing at, if I draw anything on that, it won't show up in the final piece. So I recommend that you stick to straighter folds for this. And you see how I folded back over top there. So when you make a fold down, you're going to move a little bit and then fold back over. See how I bring just a little less back and it makes kind of like a lip? That's exactly what you want. And then I'm going to go ahead and fold on the bottom there. Now you'll also notice when I make that wonky fold at the bottom, there's also going to be a little spot later on that isn't going to be part of the drawing. So I showed you my character earlier. I'm just going to go ahead and sketch that out for you here. Once I am done sketching, I'm going to go ahead and ink that in with a Sharpie. So I'm just going to speed this up. And again, I'm using the same drawing techniques that I've shown you before, going general to specific, starting with the simple shapes of the face, getting the circles for the eyes, working around that helmet or head protection that he has on there, and then roughing in the mouth and the teeth. So I'm just going to go ahead and take the Sharpie and I'm just tracing along every line that I made, outlining it. I missed a few spots on the teeth there. Alright, so once we have that inked in, what we're going to do is open one fold at a time here very carefully. Now you see where the lines leave off? I'm going to connect those and connecting them with a squiggly line. Now, there's no right or wrong way to make the lines that connect this, but I do recommend you have them squiggle. It helps add to this surreal effect that we get with the stretching and the pulling of these characters. So whoever you're using, you're going to want to do that. And I'm going to go ahead and repeat this for all of the others. And once I've done this in pencil and I know that I'm happy with it, I'm going to go ahead and take a Sharpie to these as well, so that we have a full inked in copy at the end of this. And you'll notice at the bottom there where that fold isn't quite right, we have some shadow images from what we traced over with the marker before, and we also have one at the top with the nose. So right there you see on the back side it's coming through, and it's kind of goofed up. So make sure that you avoid that. I put that in there just so that you could see what would happen. And then we add some color. So that's it for our project. Go ahead and don't forget to submit that to the Google Classroom. Please reach out to me on the Google Classroom if you have any questions or concerns regarding the project, and I will see you for our final assignment next week.